It's Ellie in here, and today I'm going to be talking about Yin's wrist gadgets. Dang it. Alright, so let's get started. So, made by Yin, parts taken from Mr. Finch. The wrist gadgets were born from a design both were aware of, but only Mr. Finch was able to replicate what he calls the Charlie connectors. And it's kind of like Charlie, but it's pronounced Charlie. And also, I'm reading from my blog on my website. So if you want to also go there to look at it, that would be cool. I have other blogs on there, but I mean, you don't have to read this blog because I'm going to be reading it out loud. But, alright, onwards. This is an electromagnetic device that warps reality and can be used for portaling. The Charlie connectors. And by warping reality, maybe not literally, but folding magnetic pathways so 2 points overlap momentarily. So Mr. Finch basically made the Charlie connectors. Yin took those and used it for her wrist gadgets. So instead of like any portals or stuff, it's just teleportation. Yin took it. She used it within black shell casing, which is her wrist gadgets itself, and I'll show a picture here. That's the most detailed one I have of her wrist gadgets. So yeah. Let me go back into and she used motherboards and programmed it to translate electromagnetism to coordinates. So the reason why electromagnetism can be linked to a system of coordinates is thanks to the simple, controlled climate of Eden and Idle. Parallel universes in where snows and fall, by the way. So not only is the weather controlled in those two universes, but the frequency, magnetism, and electricity are also managed. That said, Yin successfully found a way to teleport by using coordinates. On the other note, how does she teleport without plugging a coordinate in, and rather just by thinking her destination? So you'll see in this series that once the coordinate is recorded in her wrist gadgets, she can teleport to there without manually plugging it in. And that's a mystery so far. It's theorized that it has something to do with neural impulses. However, neither Yin nor Finch knows why it works, but that it does, and that's all that matters to them. On the other note, she can't teleport anywhere she's not been. Like I said, she can only teleport to places where her wrist gadgets recorded the coordinates, or if she plugs in the coordinates manually. So that's the only limitation as of yet. But there will be most likely more as the series develops. And other things to note is that if teleporting in the exact same spot as an object or a thing that takes up space already, she'll simply slide to the side until the particles are not crossing each other. So if she teleports where a chair is, she'll be the one pushed aside and probably fall to her butt, whatever. And so next thing, if teleporting to a second, third, fourth floor, any floor above ground level, she figures it's important to know exactly the right coordinate in case of slipping through the floor or falling through the air. Yin does not know how to replicate Mr. Finch's Charlie connectors, and she still has yet to fully understand how it works. So, of course, she wants to understand and replicate her wrist gadgets and his device to begin with, so that either she can make more, or if in case of damage she can replicate it. However, that has not been worked out yet by her. It's only been like a couple weeks since she got it anyways, so she's not going to be figuring out also soon. And another point, so multiple objects at once can be teleported to or from her. This dives into two different facts. One, multiple objects can be teleported as long as they're in close contact. Example being, holding an item with your hand, like a hair tie. You're holding it closely, so it's going to teleport with her. Or if it's like shoulder to shoulder contact and it has to be close, not just brief. Secondly, objects can only be teleported to or away from her. Objects cannot be teleported side to side because it's not directly come in contact with the electromagnetic field of her wrist gadgets. So if she were to try to teleport an item like my poster here on the wall, because I'm not touching it, I can't teleport it at all, unless if I was teleporting it to myself. Strange logic, but that works. But she can't teleport it like here to further back. Oh, you can't even see my hand. You can't teleport it here to like right here because I'm not touching it. But I could teleport it to myself, and if I was touching it, then I could teleport it away. That's the logic behind it. And as of yet, that is what's known about Yin's wrist gadgets. It will be updated in the future and further developed, but that is a dive into how she can teleport, what she knows about it, what she doesn't, and what is known about it. Alright, thank you for watching. This was a dive into one of my main characters from Where Stones Fall, my book series. And again, thank you for watching. Elian out.